Welcome back to the K4 Fish channel, and today we're doing the Nuvo 16 day 40 update. As you can see, the skylights are back up. All three of them came back from Innovative Marine, and I have to say, job well done. They're identical now, so it's consistent light throughout the whole tank. Very pleased with that. I'm just really stoked to have the lights back. I was getting tired of those wafers, giving off that whitish yellow light. Definitely under 10K, but we're back to 14K, and the tank's got a nice bluish hue to it. So that's the look I was going for. So I'm just glad to have it back. So. Again, thanks again, Innovative Marine, for correcting the issue. It's always good to see companies stand behind their product, take it back, fix it, correct it, do whatever they got to do, and keep us happy. That's the bottom line. Keep your customers happy. So here we go. Here it is, day 40. Probably going to say, well, nothing looks different besides the lights, and that's correct. Haven't put any corals in here yet. Gotta wait till fundage goes up a little bit before we start adding any corals. And the only reason we ran into fundage issues is because, well, I bought some more toys for this fish tank. Going equipment first. Once the equipment thing is set, then definitely corals are coming in here. So be patient. Corals will be in here at some point. So I mentioned new equipment. So new equipment, basically, we added a cooling fan to the tank. Noticed the temperatures were sitting a little higher than I wanted them to, and figured the best way to do that was to add a fan. So went to Wal-Mart, bought myself a $9 desktop clip-on fan, and that's keeping me steady at 78 degrees. So that was killer. Unfortunately, you fix one problem and create another. Since we are using a fan and utilizing the evaporation cooling method, well, as the name implies, we're evaporating water at a quicker rate to help out with the cooling. So since we're having that, and instead of constantly standing behind the tank and adding more RODI water, we want to keep everything consistent. We want consistent readings, and the only way to consistently add water to evaporating system, best way to do it is with an auto top-off system. So there was another expenditure right there. We end up going with the Hydor Smart Level Auto Top-Off system, and I'll go ahead and show you guys all the added goodies, and then episode down the way I'll actually do a product review, what I think of the Auto Top-Off system and how's it working for me and what I do to make it work for me. So okay, I guess now we'll just go ahead, zoom in and check things out. I'll show you all the different stuff I added, and show you how things are going. So first we'll take a close-up. As you can see, I'm starting to get some algae growth. I've actually been leaving the lights on just a little longer than I should. Again, I was just excited to get these lights back, and well, the rest is history. Algae growth. Here we go. So we'll go ahead and try to find a way to control that. Again, Mr. Pajama Carnal just cruising around there. He's pretty much always in that same spot in every video. There's our yellow polyps right there. As you can see, we also had we got some hair algae kind of squirting up all over the place on the corals there. I recently read an article about using hydrogen peroxide to remove hair algae. So I'm thinking about doing a hydrogen peroxide dip on these little guys just to see how well it works. Fingers crossed there. We got a chalk bass sitting back there. Go ahead, move on down. See Mr. Firefish and Mr. Yasha. Yeah, just hanging out right there like friends, probably playing cards. Oh, and you can probably notice that's where I had that PVC pipe, but as I stated before, Mr. Yashigobi decided not to use the provided home for him. He's kind of just been finding little cracks and crevices to call his own, so I went ahead and removed the PVC pipe. This way, this way it looks cleaner anyways. Wasn't too happy to have that PVC pipe in there, but I'll do whatever I gotta do to keep the inhabitants of this tank happy. Alright, so now moving down, we're going to take a look at the auto top-off system. So here she is. This is the Hydor Smart Level controller. So far so good. I think this thing is really cool. Again, I'll do a product review. I've only had this up for 2 days or so, so I'm going to use this for a little bit before I do any kind of review on it. But so far so good. It's working pretty well. Of course, I did have to do some finagling with it to make it work perfectly for me, and I'll give you guys a breakdown on that in a later episode. But so today we're introducing it. That's our smart controller, and there's the container that we're using for the auto top off. Actually, really cool container. It's made by our neighbors up north, the great old Canadians. It's a company called Reliance, and man, they got some great products when it comes to water containers. What I really liked about this one is the huge opening at the top. So if you can see, I'm going to put my hand down there just so you get a size. Yeah, it's big, so you can pretty much get whatever pump. It'll fit almost any size pump in there. Well, up to I think 4 inches is the opening. So the inside diameter of the hole is roughly 4 inches. So it can house a pretty nice size pump. Yeah, so even the container was cool. Works out really well. It already has a pre-cut hole in the top, so there was really no customizing needed at all to this container, and it holds a lot of water. I think this one is 8 gallons, but again, we'll go ahead and explain that more when we actually do the video on the auto top-off system. So there's that, and we'll go ahead and pan up, and there you go. There is Mr. Fan just clipped up there. So it's a pretty nice distance off the top of the tank, but it's giving me enough airflow where it's cooling down the tank very nicely. So for $9, this desk clip-on fan was just a great buy. It's got 2 speeds. It's got a low and a high. I just keep it on low, and like I said, just creates enough air movement over the back of the tank right here to keep me cool. Now, here's the hose for the auto top-off system. I found this little bracket from a older fish tank. Move this cord out of the way. But so I found this in the garage. I'm sure we all have these laying around. It's just the air tube organizer, and it works good for clipping your feed line in from your auto top-off system. And this cord right here is actually goes straight down to the sensor. Of course, that's going to be hard to see, so what we're going to do is grab a flashlight, give you guys a better look. What I really liked about this system is the type of sensor they use. And it's right there. So it doesn't use a float switch. We're not using any kind of old technology. It's going with that real nice sensor right there. It's got 3 different prongs. The lowest prong tells you it's a low level. The middle prong is the desired or max level, and then the 3rd prong at the top, that's basically a warning. So if the tank ever overfills, it'll send an audible alarm letting you know that hey, there's way too much water back here. We went over the limit, and that should cut the pump so no other water will be added. So again, cool feature there. Great little sensor. Again, we'll hit the sensor a little more when we do the product review, but so far so good with that. And that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. So this was our day 40 update. Thanks again for watching. Give me a like, a share. Definitely, throw me a comment or two. Always appreciate answering those. Thanks again for joining us here at K4 Fish, and happy reefing.